माइक्रोवेव इंजीनियरिंग के MCQs हैं, तो ये क्वेश्चंस करने बैठते हैं। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है देखते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू ट्रांसमिशन लाइन। ओके, इफ अ ट्रांसमिशन लाइन ऑफ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इम्पिडेंस 50 ohm is to be matched to a load of 100 ohms, then the characteristic impedance of lambda by 4 transmission line is C. आप देखिए इसमें you know कि 1 minute, okay, a transmission line is there, okay, and its characteristic impedance Z0 is 50 ohm. It has to be matched to a load of ZL equal to 100 ohm. So we have to find the characteristic impedance of lambda by 4 transmission line. That means with the diagram this is Z0 is equal to 50 ohm. ठीक है, this is the transmission line of characteristic impedance. It has to be matched with the load of ZL equal to 100 ohm. Then the characteristic impedance of lambda by 4 transmission line. Okay, see, you know the formula that when a transmission line is not terminated with a matched load, that means when ZL is not equal to Z0, then it leads to losses and reflections. Losses and reflections come into considerations whenever there is a mismatch. Okay, so in order to avoid this, a lambda by 4 transmission line has to be inserted. So the characteristic impedance of lambda by 4 transmission line is what? It is given as under root Z input ZL. Okay, under root Z0 ZL you can say. That means if the characteristic impedance of lambda by 4 transmission line is Z1, then it will be Z0 and ZL. So this is what? This is 50 ohm and this is 100 ohm. So it will be 10 under root 50, and this is this will be, after calculating, it will be 70.71 ohm. So the answer will be A option. Okay. Now next question is, a major disadvantage of the lossless T junction power divider is, you know, power divider. See, a T junction hybrid, this is a T junction, okay. A T junction hybrid cannot be matched at all the ports if the power divider is lossless. If your power divider is lossless, okay, that means it has no losses, then a T junction hybrid cannot be matched, cannot be matched at all ports, cannot be matched at all ports. ठीक है, that means it can be matched only at 2 ports. It can be matched at only 2 ports. Only 2 ports पे इसकी matching possible है. Matching is possible only at 2 ports. So this is one of the major disadvantage when they are to be used along with other microwave devices. So answer will be A option. Next question is, a mixer having high conversion loss, that is LC, it is denoted by LC. High conversion loss is said to have very high, it will be gain, loss, bandwidth or none. It is loss. Conversion loss for a mixer is what? Conversion loss, you know, mixer is used for up converter and down converter, okay, and it produces the sum and the difference of the frequency input. So conversion loss is defined as the ratio of available RF input power, that means available it is defined as the ratio of available RF input power to that of the available IF output power, to that of the available IF output power. That means it is PRF input and PIF output. This you should be knowing, because you know, whenever there is a mixer, then there is what? There is a intermediate frequency. Here it is RF frequency and here it is LO frequency. That means it is the ratio of the RF is the input now. So the ratio of the input RF power to that of the IF output power, it is known as conversion loss. A high value of the conversion loss means that the large amount of power is lost in down converting the frequency from RF to IF range. This makes them less efficient. Loss means it is less efficient. It also means that there is a high amount of the power that is lost in down converting the frequency from RF to IF range. Okay, next question is, The major disadvantage of dielectric resonators is, what is dielectric resonator? See, the major disadvantage of dielectric resonators is complex construction, field fringing, requirement of high dielectric constant or none. Its major disadvantage is field fringing. Field fringing means leakage from the sides and ends. It is just the leakage from sides or ends of a dielectric resonator, and this leakage of field energy results in high loss. Okay, next question is, as the area of rectifying contact goes on increasing, the forward resistance of Schottky diode is, see, the noise and forward resistance of Schottky diode is small. See, Schottky diode जो है आपकी, मैं इसको लिख देती हूँ SD. Schottky diode का जो noise and forward resistance होता है, the forward resistance of Schottky diode and the noise of Schottky diode, it is very small. It is small as compared to the noise figure and the forward resistance of point contact silicon diode, of point contact silicon crystal diode. Okay, so hence as the area of the rectifying contact goes on increasing, the amount of the surface that is being occupied, as the area goes on increasing, then its forward resistance has to be decreased. So answer will be decreased. Next question is sixth option. In a radar system, radio amplification, detection and ranging. In a radar system, the transmitter of radar is more sensitive than the receiver. Is it true or false? See, the basic operation of radar is that whenever the transmitter sends out any signal, for example, if this is a transmitter antenna and this is a receiver antenna, getting? Okay, whenever this transmitter radiates out some signal in the space which is partially reflected by a distant target, if there is a target, this is a target, so this distant target will be able to reflect the signal back. Okay, so it is partially reflected by the distant target and then detected by the receiver. Then it is detected by a sensitive receiver, So because of the presence of noise in the received signal, the receiver has to be more sensitive. So the answer will be false. That means the transmitter as compared to the transmitter, the receiver should be more sensitive, because as the receiver signal contains noise also, so it has to be more sensitive while detecting the signal at the output side because of the presence of noise. Okay, next question is, in transverse magnetic mode, the first propagating mode is C. TM means transverse magnetic, in which Hz is 0 and Ez is not equal to 0. No component of Hz in the direction of propagation, right? So what is the first propagating mode? It is TM01. Why? TM mode in a circular waveguide supports various modes of propagation. Among these modes of propagation, the first or lowest mode of propagation is TM01. This is first or lowest mode of propagation. Next question is 8th question. Dash is a device that converts a guided EM wave on a transmission line into a plane wave propagating in free space. Is it transmitting antenna, receiving antenna, radar or mixer? Radar and mixer cannot be possible. It is the function of an antenna, but which antenna? It is transmitter antenna, because transmitting antenna is a device that converts the guided electromagnetic waves, which is the waves which are being bounded by certain medium, guided electromagnetic wave on a transmission line into a plane wave. Okay, it is just converting this guided wave into a plane wave propagating through the free space. So it appears as an electrical circuit on one side and provides an interface with a propagating plane wave. See, this is your transmitter antenna, right? It is radiating out the signal, sending out the signal through free space, thereby it is converting the guided EM wave on a transmission line. There is a transmission line also na, on a transmission line into a plane wave. गाइडेड को प्लेन वेव में कन्वर्ट कर देता है. तो ये एक इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट की तरह परफॉर्म करता है. इट एक्ट्स एज एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट ऑन वन साइड, ओके, एंड which provides an interface with a propagating plane wave. Next question is 9th. Dash antennas have gain less than reflector antennas but have more lenient tolerance on surfaces. Helical lens or array slot. This is lens antenna. Lens antennas, you know, these are complex in nature. Lens antennas are complex in nature but are able to scale wider angles, but are able to scale wider angles. Okay, in comparison to reflectors, their gain is what, 1 dB or 2 dB less. Here their gain is 1 dB or 2 dB less. Their gain is 1 dB or 2 dB less than reflectors. Okay, see, but these have more lenient tolerance on surfaces. The main point is that more lenient tolerance on surfaces is basically performed by lens antenna. These have less rearward reflection, low loss. Lens antennas have what? Low loss, less rearward reflection, less rearward reflection. That means in the rear side, not in the front side, there is less reflection. And can be easily shaped to the desired contours. Can be desired contours में ये easily को हम इसको shaping कर सकते हैं. Next question है आपका 10th question. Radiometry is a technique or the principle on which the radar works. No, radiometry, it is a passive technique which develops information about a target solely from the, I can write it as, radiometry is what? It is a passive technique which develops information about a target solely from the microwave portion, of black body radiation that it either emits directly, that it either emits directly or reflects from the surrounding bodies, or reflects from surrounding bodies. That's why the reason is false. So radiometry is what? It is a passive technique that gathers information about a target which is placed in a remote place from the microwave portion of black body radiation that it either emits directly or reflects from the surrounding bodies. Okay. Next question is 11th question. It is, if a waveguide is filled with a lossy material, then the expression for epsilon for that material is what? See, the answer will be epsilon is equal to actually it should be epsilon naught r into 1 minus j tan delta. See, when a waveguide is filled with a dielectric or any lossy material, the relative permittivity is given by epsilon naught r into 1 minus j tan delta. Tan delta is what? Loss tangent. Okay. Next question is what? It is beam width and directivity are both measures of the focusing ability of an antenna. Yes, true, because an antenna with a narrow main beam, if it is narrow main beam, will have high directivity. It will have high directivity, while a pattern with low beam will have low directivity. A pattern with low beam will have low directivity. Okay, so the answer will be true. Next question is C parameter for a transmission line. This is a TL. This is a transmission line. Okay, its characteristic impedance is Z0. Phase constant is beta naught. Length is L. So C parameter is what? It is related with ABCD parameters, right? So what is the C parameter? If a transmission line is represented as a two-port network, if it is represented as a two-port network, okay, then the constants can be derived in terms of ABCD constants for the network. Setting each electrical parameter to 0, we can just find out the constant. So its answer will be JY0 sin beta. ये एक derivation है और ये मैंने आपको शायद एक बार कराया भी था, तो just look into those previous mock tests. JY0 sin beta इसका C parameter होता है. Next question है आपका the production of power at higher frequencies is much simpler than the production of power at lower frequencies. Is it true or false? It is false. As you know, frequency increases to the millimeter wave and sub millimeter wave ranges. Okay, so it becomes increasingly more difficult to produce even moderate power with solid state devices. I'm telling you, if SSDs is for solid state devices, so it will be more difficult for solid state devices. It will be more difficult to produce even moderate power, ठीक है. So microwave tubes become useful at these higher frequencies. So here if it is written that the production of power at higher frequencies, no, it is not true. In order to generate the power at higher frequencies, we have to face so many challenges. It is not as simpler than the production of power at low frequencies, because for that, if we have solid state devices, and it is already said that as frequency increases to millimeter or sub-millimeter wave ranges, solid state devices are unable to produce power, moderate power. Even moderate amount of power is unable to be produced by SSDs. So for that we use microwave tubes. Microwave tubes is the better option than SSDs at higher frequencies. We use microwave tubes at higher frequencies. Okay. Now what we have, next question is, 1 dB compression point is defined as the power level for which the output power of the nonlinear device is 1 dB. False. See, 1 dB compression point क्या होता है? It is mainly related to, you know, satellite में होता है, हम use करते हैं. It is defined as the power level for which the output power is decreased by 1 dB from the ideal linear characteristic. From ideal linear characteristic, this power level is represented by P1 dB. इसको हम P1 dB से represent करते हैं and can be stated in terms of either input power or output power. That means the power level for which the output power is decreased by 1 dB. It is that power level for which the output power is decreased by 1 dB from its ideal linear characteristic. So it is false. Next question is 16th question. For Colpitt's oscillator, the capacitor C1, C2 in the feedback network you have given, then the beta value is, beta means what? Ratio of transconductance of transistor, okay, to the input admittance. यही होता है ना, to the input admittance, which is equal to the ratio of C2 by C1. So just put down the value here. C2 is what? 25. C1 is what? 1. So it is what? 25. So answer will be 25. Okay. Next question is 17th. The overall gain of a transistor is always a fixed value and cannot be changed as per design requirements. This is also false, because for a given transistor G0 जो होता है आपका fixed होता है. It cannot be changed. Fixed and cannot be changed. ठीक है. But the overall जो आपका overall gain है, जो total gain है एम्पलीफायर का, टोटल गेन जो एम्पलीफायर का है, इट विल बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय सोर्स गेन एंड लोड गेन, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा, ऑफ द मैचिंग सेक्शन यूज्ड विद द ट्रांजिस्टर, ऑफ मैचिंग सेक्शन यूज्ड विद ट्रांजिस्टर. ठीक है. ओवरऑल गेन जो होता है इसको हम बोलते हैं ट्रांसड्यूसर गेन. इट इज नोन एज द ट्रांसड्यूसर गेन. ओवरऑल ट्रांसड्यूसर गेन इज कंट्रोल्ड by source gain and load gain of matching section used with the transistor. So it is false actually. Now next question is what? Gain of power amplifiers. See, एक मिनट, I think one question मेरा रह गया, 19th and 20. कोई बात नहीं, अभी हम यही कर लेते हैं. 18th क्वेश्चन मैं आपको होमवर्क के लिए दूंगी. Gain of power amplifier जो होता है, does it increases, decreases or increases exponentially or decreases exponentially with increase in operating frequencies? See, जो आपका सिलिकॉन BJTs होते हैं, सिलिकॉन बाइपोलर जंक्शन ट्रांजिस्टर एम्पलीफायर्स होते हैं, इन द सेल्यूलर टेलीफोन बैंड, इन सेल्यूलर टेलीफोन बैंड जो होता है आपका, वो होता है, कौन सा होता है? 800 to 900 मेगाहर्ट्ज बैंड. हैव पावर एडेड एफिशिएंसीज ऑफ, इनकी पावर एडेड एफिशिएंसीज कितनी होती है 80%, बट दिस एफिशिएंसी ड्रॉप्स क्विकली विद इंक्रीज इन ऑपरेटिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी ओपी। कहने का मतलब क्या है कि इट मीन्स ये डिक्रीज करता है, गेन ऑफ पावर एम्पलीफायर्स डिक्रीजेस विद इंक्रीज इन ऑपरेटिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी। यहाँ पे एग्जांपल लिया है कि जो सिलिकॉन बीजेटी एम्पलीफायर्स होते हैं, silicon BJT amplifiers that are used in cellular telephone band which is under the range of 800 to 900 megahertz, they have added power efficiencies of 80%, but this efficiency drops quickly whenever there is increase in the operating frequency range। ठीक है, that means efficiency decrease हो रही है, तो gain जो होता है फ्रीक्वेंसी के साथ साथ घटता है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है आपका 20, फॉर अ टेपर्ड लाइन कपलर द कर्व्स, जो आपका ये कर्व्स हैं, फॉर अ टेपर्ड लाइन कपलर द कर्व्स ऑफ S12 एंड S13 आर आइडेंटिकल एंड हैव द सेम मैग्नीट्यूड एट ऑल फ्रीक्वेंसी सी। जो टेपर मीन टेपरिंग किसे बोलते हैं, थोड़ा सा जो टेढ़ा कर दिया, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा जो टेपरिंग होती है ना, टेपर्ड लाइन कपलर्स रिजल्ट इन unequal power division. It results in unequal power division at the output ports. Okay, these are useful for various applications. इसीलिए जो curves होते हैं they are not identical, ये curves same नहीं होते हैं since the power outputs are not equal, since जो आपके power outputs होते हैं they are not equal। समझ में आया? दैट मीन्स जो टेपर्ड लाइन कपलर होते हैं दे प्रोड्यूस अनइक्वल पावर डिविजन्स एट द आउटपुट पोर्ट्स, क्योंकि पावर आउटपुट ही सेम नहीं है तो इसीलिए S12 S13 के कर्व्स भी आइडेंटिकल नहीं होंगे। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मैं आपको एक होमवर्क में दे रही हूँ, आई नो आप करके तो लाओगे नहीं। एनीवे क्वेश्चन है, इफ अ ट्रांसमिशन लाइन विद इंडक्टिव रिएक्टेंस एंड कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस, इंडक्टिव रिएक्टेंस है 41.97 ओम एंड कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस है आपका XC 1132.5 ओम, is operated at 1 gigahertz, okay, then its phase constant is, इसका बीटा कितना होगा, बीटा इज व्हाट, फेज कांस्टेंट। तो ऑप्शन में है 0.0305, B is 0.3, C is 30.3 and D is 0.6। तो अगर आपको क्वेश्चंस अच्छे लगे हो, पढ़ाने का ढंग अच्छा लगा हो, तो इसको लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। थैंक यू।